Hi, YouTube, and welcome back to Tamara's Tarot Oracle channel. I just actually a few moments ago made a video and I thought, why not make another one? I wanted to show you my favorite deck. It was actually my first tarot deck that I ever bought. I think I was something like 18 or 19 years old, and I've had it ever since. And I do have another copy of it. This one, because it was my first and it's so worn in and it just has this great energy to it. I'm really happy that I have it and I hold it very near and dear to my heart. And it is the Zerner Farber deck. And it looks like that. And I know I have, in my very first video I ever made, I kind of went on about it. And I also did a review on the 25th anniversary edition of the Enchanted, which is what this is based on, which is the original Enchanted Tarot. This came out after. So the original Enchanted Tarot came out in 1990, 1992, and then this deck, the Zerner Farber deck, came out in 97, I believe, and then the 25th anniversary edition of the Enchanted Tarot came out in October. So I do own all three. My favorite, I will have to say, is definitely the Zerner Farber. It is small, and that always used to bother me. They are quite flimsy, which also used to bother me, and I never especially loved the card back. But after seeing the latest edition, which I unfortunately didn't love, and I so badly wanted to, I realized that these ones make the most sense. They're just packed and they are easy to shuffle, and they just have a special place in my heart, and I keep going back to them. So that in itself says something. I ended up edging the deck in like a purpley color to somewhat match the backing of the card, and it more or less matches. I think I did a pretty good job there. The only problem is because they were really scuffed up, and it was starting to bother me because when I turned them around, like they would just look all like I said, scuffed up and worn, and had sort of had seen better days. And it's not always a bad thing. It just, to be honest, even though I've had this deck for so long, I hadn't actually used it all that much. And just over time, the images, the colors had faded a little bit, and maybe the paper is a little bit more like I have another copy of the exact same deck, and it just feels a little stiffer. And I guess because I hadn't used them it's not like I use these that much either. I just, they're just older. It just has this feel to them. So this one I keep going back to for that reason. And also because it has the most beautiful printed copy of the Queen of Pentacles, which I'd mentioned in another video of this type of deck, that it was my favorite card in the deck. And she usually comes out really dark in other prints of this deck, and so this one is really the main reason why this one is so great, is because I love the way she came out in this particular print. So as I was saying, I edged the deck in purple. It just gives it a very vintagey feel, which I like, because it's that fabric collage look, so it fits. Now there was a little bit of bleeding. Unfortunately, you can't really tell, and very few cards is it even that noticeable. But on the top, don't know if you can really tell. But the backs, you can tell a little bit of bleeding. It doesn't bother me. It's very close to the purple that the backs are. And I just thought it made them look a lot neater and tidier and gave them a very fresh makeover, which I liked. So I'm going to go through each card quickly and just give the keyword that Amy Zerner and Monty Farber had given for each card in the book that accompanies the deck. This came with the instant teller, and it was a very quick way to read the cards. The same deck also came with the tarot kit, and that one is behind me with my collection. But I wanted to show this one in particular because this was my first deck, the one I'd edged, and the one that actually sits by my bed every night, most nights. So this is strength. This is brave heart. is the keyword that goes along with strength. I wish my camera was better, the lighting or something, but I hope you can see that. The Hierophant is tradition. The Princess of Pentacles is practicality. Justice is truth. Two of Hearts is romance. The High Priestess is intuition. Eight of Hearts is sacrifice. And this one's more obvious. It doesn't really bother me though, because there's stuff going on in the cards. Like it's not like clean line borders or anything where it makes it look super obvious that it did that. Although, yeah, that one was unfortunate. But anyway, yeah. So Eight of Hearts is sacrifice. So as you've noticed, instead of cups, it's hearts. Four of Hearts is self-evaluation or reevaluation. Six of Hearts is joy. Four of Pentacles is possessiveness. Seven of Swords is opposition. King of Hearts is consideration. The Magician is energy. The Lovers is attraction. Princess of Hearts is tenderness. The Eight of Wands is signals. The King of Pentacles is pragmatism. The Prince of Wands is authority, I believe. The Princess of Wands is impulsivity or impulsiveness. The Prince of Hearts is charm. Watch out for him. Oh, there she is. I love the copy of her, just the color, the way it came out. Because every copy of a deck can differ slightly depending on the colors, like the print, like how it goes through the printer, I mean. So I don't know, I love her. I think she's gorgeous, very Victorian, which is why also edging them in purple just gave it that more Victorian vintage feel, which I really like. So Queen of Pentacles is good fortune. Three of Hearts is celebration. Nine of Wands is discipline. Oh, a little bit of bleeding there too. Well, it has improved them because they were just looking so scuffed up. It was driving me nuts. Four of Swords is, seclusion. Seclusion. Four of Swords, seclusion. Four of Wands is completion. Two of Swords is balance. Ten of Hearts is success. Ten of Swords, it's interesting how the fours and the two tens are together. Ten of Swords is ruin. Three of Swords is sorrow. Queen of Hearts is empathy. The Star is illumination. Just saw a little area there. Oh, and also when you just do a deck, don't put the cards together. Like when you just edge a deck, I mean, because then they kind of stick together. And then when you unstick them, it pulls a little bit of the front of the card off, and just noticed a little bit. Anyway, whatever. Elimination. Five of Wands is competition. Ace of Wands is initiation. The Chariot is determination. The Moon is night journey. Five of Hearts is disappointment. I'm playing Henny Becker in the background, by the way, if anyone was curious. Ten of Pentacles is protection. Temperance is patience. The Fool is trust. Prince of Pentacles is reliability. The World is culmination. Ace of Swords is triumph or force. Nine of Pentacles is abundance. The Queen of Wands is inspiration. The Prince of Swords is ingenuity. The Tower is crisis. The Emperor is achievement. Nine of Swords is nightmares. Eight of Swords is indecision. Six of Swords is passage. Three of Wands is opportunity. Eight of Pentacles is craftsmanship. Death is transformation. Three of Pentacles is work. Six of Pentacles is generosity. The Sun is radiance. The Wheel of Fortune is cycles. Five of Pentacles is anxiety. Ace of Pentacles is reward. Five of Swords is defeat. Ten of Wands is oppression. Seven of Wands is courage. King of Swords is intellect. King of Wands is dynamism. Dynamism. Two of Wands is planning. Seven of Pentacles is frustration. Two of Pentacles is change. The Devil is trickery. Ace of Hearts is love. Seven of Hearts is illusion. The Hanged Man is suspension. My foot is officially asleep. Queen of Swords is independence. I love the queens in this deck. They're so pretty. The Empress is creativity. Nine of Hearts is fulfillment. The Hermit is introspection. Judgment is reckoning. Oh, a lot of bleeding on that card. Princess of Swords is ideas. And finally, the Six of Swords is victory. So that is just a quick run through of the Zerner Farber deck and each of the keywords that accompanied each one of the cards. And that's basically how I learned, as opposed to the Rider-Waite, which is the beginning or the basic for most tarot readers. For me, it was the Zerner Farber deck. I love this deck. It's a positive deck. It's not always the deck that I reach for. I do like decks with more of a shadowy, darker aspect too. This is just a very loving, warm, very gentle, enchanting deck, and I love it. And it'll always be my favorite because it was my first, and because this was sort of my eye-opening experience into the world of tarot, and I've had it with me the longest, and I have tried to do different things with it, like reback it, and didn't work out, and edge it, which worked out pretty well, despite a little bit of bleeding. And it's actually kind of nerve-wracking because you've had this deck for so long that if you ruin it, you're like, oh, it doesn't matter how many other copies you can get. It was your first deck, and so anyway, but I'm going to leave it alone now. I'm not going to do anything more with it. But yeah, this is the Zerner Farber deck. It's a great little deck. You can still get it off Amazon and eBay. And I hope you enjoyed my video. There's something around. So thank you so much for watching tomorrow's Tarot Oracle channel. And I hope to see you guys again soon. Okay, bye.